I'm going to read your whole comment here. Um, our natural way of thinking is that all humans are good, but now we see the evil in some. But if humanity can't have trust, then we become just as evil as they are. I don't think trust is the problem. I don't think anybody will trust this system or the people in it. There's just been too much damage done. But I think most people that have a heart, and you see who those people are, they're speaking up, they're speaking out. You know, you recognize who those people are. Most people that have a heart recognize people with a heart, especially right now because those people are speaking up. So I think trust can return, just not for the people. There's no chance for any of the systems in place right now. That said, I think the problem is apathy, and the thing that really is bad about apathy is it's not running too hot or too cold. It's feeling nothing. It's indifference. It's the worst place to be, but it's exactly where the wicked one of this world would want to get everybody to go. Really. And I'll tell you how it does it, because I've analyzed this for many years. I know I like to analyze things. So I started seeing this when I would be around my nephews when they were toddlers. They were so fascinating to watch. All toddlers are, because they're still connected to their spirit. I'm not talking about the soul. There's a unique spirit you're born into this world with, and it's connected to your heart. It's kind of the imprint God makes on you, that is the unique you made in his image, okay? But this world will do everything it can, from you get bullied, or it could be some big trauma in the home or at school, or little tiny chips away at just, humiliating you, being bullied, beat up at school, or somehow shamed, all that kind of stuff that goes on as you're a kid. And it does it on purpose. It'll get everybody, some people worse than others. And what it does is it causes this disconnect from that. Now, the science would say, we have no evidence for this. Okay, but they say that about God, and there's like millions around the world that do know God. They just didn't go the way the science did with microscopes. We went the way the Bible said to go. So that doesn't mean that God doesn't exist. It just means that there's a bunch of people that will believe man over like looking into it. Anyway, but it wants to get you disconnected, because if you connect back with that true spirit you have, because it's there for everybody, still has it. It's just this disconnect. And I think that's why when I got sober, there was this mass transformation that took place. It wasn't like I just stopped drinking. It was like the aha and oh my God moment was that, no, there was like this major transformation inside. Like no meds can do that, nothing. No, it's like God is the ultimate plastic surgeon, but not plastic. Really, because there's a true miracle transformation that takes place. You don't even realize it. You're just like, wait a minute, wait, who am I? Wait, how am I not drinking? So it's really profound. And it's like the heart got connected back to the spirit. So everybody says not to follow your heart, right? That's not true. You shouldn't follow the heart of stone. So in the Bible, God says, don't follow the heart, the unregenerate heart, because that's the heart of stone. And this is how it all lines up, because as this world wants to get you as young as possible, disconnect from that spirit, then what happens is it's easier to shape you the way that it wants. And it can fill you with this stuff. But slowly over time, there's this kind of hard shell that develops, not literally, but figuratively speaking, on the heart. It's this protection case. And then what develops is we all have a mask we wear. Think of what they say professional looks like. Like when you listen to Anthony Fauci or all the experts, you've been trained to think, well, the way they talk and their monotone talk means that they know best. No, it means they have no connection to their heart. Really, seriously, it's just we've been taught that, no, that's what professionalism looks like. And I'm not saying people should be, but here's what they would do. They would look at videos like that I put up, and they would say, oh, I can't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's too emotional, because they're totally disconnected from their heart. And this world and the education system has trained everybody that you have to talk monotone and you have to use these words, and then it means you're an expert. No, it just looks like you're a mummy or a robot, and that there's no connection to your heart. And then I go on to see some of these people that are this higher educated. So that's why they have no problem, emotionally traumatizing a 15-year-old, or have some nurse that's an educator of mine try to change the Pyxis count on a narcotic. Like, they really just, because they have no connection to their heart. And you could say some may be psychopath, but I think some of it is more just being so brainwashed. They already were everybody gets disconnected long before college from that spirit. So it's sort of like going, these ups and downs in life you have. But once you get connected back to that spirit, and my path was, was God saving me, is that's when it changes. That's when there's this, okay, whoa, yeah, there's this other piece. And that's when I started putting it together. And so God says in the Bible that don't follow the unregenerate heart. Because once you're walking with him, he replaces the heart of stone with the heart of flesh, figuratively. But that really does happen. It does. Amazingly, it does. That's the heart you want to follow. So that's what comes from the heart will reach those that have a heart. The higher educated would never understand me. Really, not for the most part. Usually when I try to explain something in a real level, like I'm being myself, that I will get just a lot of people, like in my profession that's way, way high up, that'll just be like looking at me like I'm some circus clown or something, because they have no connection to their heart, and they don't know it. But they're the most apathetic of all, because everything is about what this world has trained them to believe, and they think of nothing else. So this is why God said, what would the devil of this world or that wickedness want to do to everybody? Get as many people apathetic as possible, because God says in the Bible, you no, get away from me. You ran neither hot nor cold. He wants one or the other, but he doesn't want apathy. So of course the wicked one of this world would want to get everyone apathetic, and it starts with disconnecting you early on from that spirit that's there. It wants to connect, and you can't take meds or meditation or therapy. No, you just have to. If you observe toddlers, you'll know what I'm talking about. You really just have to study them, observe them, and then think back of a time when you were that free, because they're very free. Nothing has impacted their world yet. Something will, unfortunately, and it will cause it to happen to them too. But ultimately, that spirit piece we're never really supposed to disconnect with from our heart. And once that kind of comes back into formation, well, it makes things hard in a wicked world, to be honest. But it also it's just, it definitely will keep you from falling into apathy. So, and you'll have hope, because you'll realize what was really the truth was the Bible, because everything in it has shown to happen to me. And I just mean from getting sober. So, and what I see is that the very highest of educated, there's this big disconnect in society from them and us. And I'm not saying you can't come together with them, but they're lacking a very important part, which is why I don't think they get to solutions, and why they go down the path of creating viruses instead of curing viruses. And it's because you have to be connected to your heart. And once you're connected to your heart, there is no apathy. That's the cure.